Hello friends and hello students. My name is Ashok Sigala. In this session, we learn the multi-string with pointer, how many technique to print in C language. So yes, I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better my video lecture. And here Turbo C++, I double click and take some process and now yes is open Alt F file menu, taking new file, and here our goal, write a program to print multiple string using pointer. So yes, here there are, we can say that six technique, actually seven technique, but seven, that formula is sometime not working in pointer, or that is a multi, or we can say that two-dimensional array of string or character array, because string is not data type in C and C++. So here, yes, so in you can not watch, so you can watch my previous video lecture. Like in one-dimensional array, I give the ninth technique, how many way you have to print, and two-dimensional array, I give the eighth technique, and string means character 1D array, I give the 10th technique you have to print. So also some formula, and here I taking multi means character 2D array. So that is a six technique perfectly work, and seven technique is formula. So let us take, I give some that formula first. So that is a base address, yes, plus that is a row number. So yes, here I give the row number and multiplication sign and total column. Yes, so total column, and then plus, and that we can say that column number also. So total number of column and column number, that is different. So based on this formula we can find, but multi-string, and we can say that character 2D array, that time sometimes that formula is not perfectly work. So let us check, yes, that we can assign. So now we can start to our first, how to print multi-string. Yes, let us take. So here I first for link section. So standard input output and console input output to header file is required, and our main function. And here we can first integer that I, yes, and then character name of student or any name or string you have to give. So here three string we can keep taking, and then column size is a 20. So first we can initialize as a static, so like Ram, then Sita, yes, then Laxman. Okay, so here perfect, and then I give the clear screen, yes, and then we can print. Yes, so let us take how print. So we can say that the strings are, yes, so multiple string. So yes, are, and then we can print one take for loop. Yes, that is a taking one for loop. So I equal to 0, I less than 3, that is a fix, and I plus plus, and then we can print our string, and that is a percentage s. Yes, you have to know, I think. So yes, here we can name of I. Yes, that is a print one, like one DRN. So let us check that print or perfectly. So here we can give the first comparison static string, and then we can also dynamically string. So multi-string dot C. Yes, so maximum 8 character, but here 7, there is no problem. File name. So yes, I compile, yes, or exe, and that all one line. So yes, we can provide the slash n. Okay. So here we can take the slash n. Yes, now look that one line per one string. Yes, that perfectly. So that is a first technique we have to achieve. First string, that is normal, like x of I 1D array we have to print. Now first we can comparison. Yes, here I some calculation. So here that is a, we can say that our first string, just look, that is a ram, first string, that is a ram, and that store 3, yes, here ram is, and then plus 1, that is a null, every string terminate with null value. Then we can sum second string, yes, that is a character, we can say that 4 character Sita, and plus 1 for null value. So that is actually require here a equal sign, so you have to measurement. And then here we can take like, that is a 5 bytes, so 1 byte for one character data type require 1 byte for one character. And our last third string, so that is 6, yes, here Laxman, and plus that is null value, and we can equal to 7. So here we can require, yes, so we can require, so yes, our actual requirement, or we can say that, yes, re, we can say that, yes, 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 re, yes, now perfectly. So yes, actual require. Yes, so that is a actual requirement or require bytes. Yes. So here we can say that actual our requirement is, here I calculate. So 16. Yes, 4 plus 5 plus 6, 7. So that is a 7, and we can allocation of bytes. Yes, here bytes. Yes. So that is, we can allocation number of bytes is a 16. Yes, total number of allocation bytes. And here we can require byte after in next. So we can actual, yes, our requirement byte is only 16, or we can allocate the bytes. So total allocation is 60. How it's 60? So yes, here that I calculate. So 20, yes, column, and multiplication, like here we can say that 3. So that is a 16. Yes, that 16 answer. 20 multiply 3, so that is a, here you can look, 3 multiply 20. So we can allocation actual 60, but 16 only that requirement. So here we can wastage, yes, so wastage number of bytes, and that is, we can say that here 44, yes, that we have to minus, so that number of bytes we have to wasting. So because we can assign this static 2D array, means character 2D array. So that is a allocation. We can give small size, but that is allocate every column to 20 size. So actual here our static requirement, that is a 16 only requirement, and total allocation 60, and wastage of byte 44. So yes, how we can solve? Yes, that is a I paperwork for your reference. So yes, I give the comment line. So for your requirement, if you also calculate, okay. So so how we can solve? Yes, so here we can give the asterisk sign before the name of array. Yes, and I remove this static. So exactly our 16 byte is allocated by compiler. So I first elaborate this. So let us check. Yes, that same print. So how we can how I we can vesting our memory. Yes, so that is very good programmer sign. So yes, here we cannot vesting in this technique. So previous our technique is a static number of column. So that is a vesting of 44 bytes. So here we can calculate all things. Okay. So that is very important for your knowledge. So yes, here we cannot vesting our bytes in memory. So yes, that perfectly. And first our technique is also perfectly. And now here I give the slash t and percentage s. Yes. And that you have to know in 1D array, you have to know x of I, and internal, that is a full form asterisk x plus I. So name, array name itself store the base address BA, that is known as a base address. So like we can assign to pointer equal to x. Yes, pointer to in 1D array. You can see my YouTube channel, Ashok Sijal Academy. to video to watch. So here we can p equal to x. So both p and so in 1D array, one dimensional array, we can pointer 9 technique I have to print over 1D array element. So here we can also expand this technique. So here is a name as our array name. So here same explanation of this internal of that 1D array of character data type. So here name plus that I, yes, that we have to print this statement. So yes, I, that is a just for your reference. So here actually that is a two multi-dimensional array, 2D array, but here we can print the string. That time we can give the one row, yes, that is print by percentage s. And let us check that print, yes, that 2 time perfectly print. So yes, look that perfectly, no any error. And then here I again give, that is our third technique, percentage s. And in maths rule we have to apply. So yes, you can I outside and name in inside subscript. There is no difference, because how that expansion of internal this statement. So I plus name. So before or after, that is a addition operation. So there is no any difference. So here we can say that like name before and then plus sign and then I. So here first I and then name. So name is a base address. So yes, that is a fourth technique we can cover. So that is percentage s. So let us check that 4 times that string same, yes, print perfectly, no any change. Yes, look is a 4 technique we can cover. And here I first fix our goal. There are 6 technique, and that formula is also work, but that time that taking some error. So we can also testing that formula is work in string array or not. But one, there is sometime difficulty that not print. So I here explain only 6 technique. That is a 7th technique. But here let us check that work or not. So yes, that 4. And now we can take a 2 for loop, and then we can print to our second 2 technique. Yes, let us check. So here I give to second for loop, and that is j initialize 0. And you have to know that is now we can use 2D array. So I expand of column, yes, name we have to remaining same, yes, name and plus j, yes. And then here I give the asterisk sign. So like in our 2D array, you can remember x of ij, you can watch my YouTube channel lecture. So 2D array we can also print this type of statement like asterisk, then parenthesis, x of I, and then plus j. So that is the same thing here. That is a character 2-dimensional array. So not equal to, yes, that is every string with terminate with null value. So here we can condition and then j plus plus. And here we can print by character, not percentage s but c. And then same that formula we can print asterisk name of I and then plus j. Yes. And here after one string complete, we can provide a slash n. Yes. So taking new line, and then I close this brace. So that is a 5th technique, we can say that. So that is a same technique in like our 2D integer array. Yes. So explanation of first our column. Yes. Then we can also row explanation. So yes, that you have to understand. So row explanation, we can expand here both like asterisk, then parenthesis, then again asterisk, then parenthesis, x plus I, then parenthesis, then plus and j. That is a both explanation. So 2 asterisk sign is here required. So here we can only 1 asterisk sign, because one our subscript is full form, means j is explanation, I is a subscript. So next technique we can explanation of this type of statement. Okay, 2 asterisk sign. So yes, I remove this, but just for your reference, yes, I compile. Yes, that is our 5th technique. So yes, that print, yes, only one slash n is required. Otherwise, all are perfectly. So yes, here we can provide the slash n. Yes, and here is a no slash n. So before after we can provide both time. So let us check. Yes, now perfectly look. So that is a 5th technique. Okay, now I just copy this all part. Yes, and that is a 6 technique. So x and I both our subscript we can expand. So here I also that is plus sign. Yes, and then parenthesis, and here again that parenthesis and then asterisk. So that is both subscript our explanation. So here yes same technique. So here asterisk, then uh, plus I, yes, and then parenthesis. So that is a perfectly, and here we can use the second technique not equal to null. That is also capital null, yes, null value. So that is also you can apply, and here we can slash 0. So that is also null. So every string terminate with null value. Yes, there is no any error. And that is our 6 technique. Yes, so perfectly our print. So 6 technique perfectly we can print, because I explained first you can, here we can only 6 technique, but that is a 7th technique, but that time that is not work. Let us check, we have to try. If not work, we can remove. So here we can testing. So I know that is not working perfectly. So just we can testing. And what is technique? So we can take one pointer variable. Yes. So here we can take one asterisk p pointer variable, and then we can assign the base address. Yes. So p equal to name. Yes, that also possibility, but that taking, yes, that is suspicion. So ampersand, then 0, that is our first element. So that is now their warning is not appear, but p is never used. So yes, here now we can use p. So what is, so what is our formula? So yes, asterisk, and here we can give the p. Yes, and then row number. Row number means I. I is our row, and then multiplication. Then total number of column we can take from C variable, and then column number, that is J. Yes, so yes, here I also apply this technique. So P, yes, then multiply C and then column number. So what is a C? C is a total number of column, and we can take str length, len, length, string length, that is name. So every string name of I we have to pass and that calculate. So let us check, one header file is required, string.h, but that sometime not perfectly print. So I can just give for your reference. So in 2D, two-dimensional array integer, we can use this technique. Yes, if you watch my YouTube channel video lecture, pointer with two-dimensional array in integer data, right? So here same technique I that formula use, and here I also explain. So that is P is a base address, and then row number, that is I, multiplication sign as that, and then total number of columns. So we can calculate the column to every row. So C string length we can use, and then column number, that is a J. So yes, now let us check that work or not. So yes, let us check our formula. That is a formula. Yes. So base address, we store the base address. Which year we can store the base address? Yes. So BA base address. Then row number. Yes, I is a row number. Multiplication asterisk sign, and total number of columns. So we can string length, every 1D array that calculate our string of I. So I is a row and pass that all string like Ram. So that 3 character and 1 null. So here we can calculate, and then column number. So that J. So let us check that work or not. Yes, here, yes, C we have to not declare. Yes, here we can declare also. C is the integer variable. Yes, then that is perfectly no any error. So yes, look that print perfectly, but last string not perfectly. Ram, Sita, and Laxman, their only last 3 character is print. So that disturb. So yes, I know that is a pointer, and that taking not perfectly that formula in string in integer array that perfectly work. So yes, here we cannot use this technique because that not perfectly two string print, but after third string that disturb means not perfectly print. So yes, I previously give the idea. So here we can only take the 6 technique. So this formula is not work for string or better. So that's some. So here we can remove this part. So here reference for your, but here we cannot use this technique. So yes, I give the comment line, or yes, I remove this is not perfectly work. So why we can use this technique? Okay. So I remove this technique, and also our integer, that C variable. Yes, here pointer is a, and yes, if we can, yes, let us check. We can take P, but that is also a possibility. Yes, let us check. So asterisk. So I back all our that is, yes, undo operation I take, and let us pointer itself we have to print. Yes, this technique also use. So here we can take like asterisk P. Yes, and then here our uh, that formula, and here we can P plus plus. Yes, that is work or not. So let us check. Yes, here, okay, here asterisk sign I give. So it is a yes, right. So when you are initialize that time, yes, that is a working, but give some different, yes, Ram, then blank, and then Lakshman, and then all. So that not properly print. Yes, here now no requirement this formula, and we can use to uh, our string itself. Yes, so uh, yes, here we can use to P of I. Yes, our first, yes, here is there. So this technique or this technique, yes, let us check. So P and name is both are same. So yes, here asterisk, then P of I, then J, yes, and then not equal to, we can say that null, yes. So that is possibility, and P plus plus, yes, let us check that work or not. So let us check, yes, yeah, what is this? So yes, that not, so or name itself we can use. Yes, let us, but name and P both are same. Yes, so that is I testing, but that not work. So okay, so here we can asterisk, then name of I, and then plus J. Yes, and then not equal to null. Yes, let us check that work or not. Yes, let us check. So yes, there is no any error, but some not properly printed. So yes, we can all testing, but I know there is very well. So that is not perfectly or pointer, because that is also pointer. Yes, look here over declaration of string. So that is a column we can already take pointer. So pointer and then pointer, that some disturbance is there internal. So we cannot use these techniques that finalize. So we can testing. Yes. So I previously give the 6 technique. Yes, that perfectly work, and that not perfectly work in string, that multi-array means character 2D array. We can say that. So multi-string we can scan and print. Yes, here we can not scan but static. And now let us check. I remove this static initialization, because and now here we can copy this part and paste to here. Yes, so we can say that string R. Yes, enter, not a string R. But, we can say that enter string. Okay, enter string, and we can scan. Yes, get as function. So, and also we can also use the index. So printf, yes, and then what, that is name of percentage d. So in index is always integer, yes, percentage, and then we can use get as. So name of I, yes, and then get as function we have to use. So let us, we can remove the static and take from user. So also yes, no any error. And here chance to we can give like different type of string. So like Krishna, then Mira, just any number of character you have to provide. In between, you can also provide the blank value. I mean, two word of name of string, that possibility. So yes, and then Puja, any name. So look that all are our six technique is perfectly print. Yes, and we can also scan. So name of zero, that index means that store Krishna string. Then one means that second, and then Puja. So yes, here there are six technique we can explain perfectly, and seven technique I explained, but that formula is not working. So pointer to pointer, that internal some conflict is there and not perfectly. I also take and watch in my self by taking my YouTube channel. I take video. But before I all our paperwork and testing and apply to that logic, and then I taking the video, so you can watch. Yes, for your knowledge. Yes, I so many first trial version means myself, and then apply to yes my video. So I hard work for your reference or your knowledge. So you can, if not watch, so you cannot acquire the knowledge of C language. So here that my recommendation, you can watch my all video lecture in C, C++, then C sharp also project, also me taking an ASP.NET with C sharp. So yes, now I complete this session. Yes, write this program to your C notebooks if you prepare. So very interesting for your, here we can not wasting single bytes of in memory. Yes, so here first we can static column declaration and then remove, and step by step I here we can take the four technique. First four, name of I, asterisk name plus I, explanation of this statement, then outside, that is a maths rules, plus before or after, that variable, that operand means variable. So there is no any distinct, not any difference. So there are four techniques to take in here, and then we can take two for loop, and that is character by character, because here we can use the percentage s formatting symbol, and here we can use percentage c. So character by character, and taking the explanation of this statement, that possibility, and this full form of two subscript, that possibility. So there are six technique we can perfectly print. Yes. So all are testing also, and how we cannot single even bytes, that is good programmer sign in C language. We cannot wasting the memory. We can take to our memory also perfectly. So yes, here six technique I covered. So multi-string with pointer, and that I close now. Yes, I first Alter F3 close these files, and then Alter X quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sijala Academy. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. And Hare Krishna.